Americans and future Americans, Trump just got whacked in a press conference with the most difficult question of the modern era. They actually asked him, what is a woman? So this actually just happened. He just got attacked by the press on all sides, and they cooked him. They cooked him with the hardest question no Democrat can answer. A question so truly diabolical. It has no possibility of getting the answer correctly. In case you're not aware of the joke, there was this joke where basically you'd have these people going up to random super woke people and saying, what is a woman? And then they all bumble around trying to come up with an answer to that, that question, which is truly a complicated question. I don't think anyone can actually answer a question quite that insane. Yeah, let me see if I can just find you a random clip of someone asking what is a woman, because they are everywhere, dude. It's a pretty basic question. You ask, what is a woman? And then you watch people completely crumble, able to answer the pretty basic question.
First, let's define the terms sex and gender.
Yes, please.
Sex is biology. Sex is unchanging. It's based on chromosomes. 99.999% of the cells in the body are marked either male or female. Gender, on the other hand, is a perception.
This is all the answer to the question, what is a woman?
Feeling. It's a way of identifying. It's an experience. Okay, that's subjective.
It sounds like what you're saying is that if a man is male but thinks of himself as a woman, he's not actually a woman?
That's correct.
What? But anyway, in other news, it's incredible how much of a stumper this is.
Woman is someone that likes to be pretty and think of themselves as a delicate creature.
Right.
A woman.
That is a woman. That is a woman. All right, what about when they ask this person?
Asking a gay man as to what it means to be a woman. You should be asking women what it means to be a woman, especially trans women, what it means to be a woman.
I'm asking all kinds of people. Can't anyone have an opinion about it?
Only people who are women.
But
Gay men
what is
don't
that?
know nothing about what it means to be a woman.
Oh no.
Have you told gay men here in San Francisco that they're not allowed to talk about this?
No, but it's not like I come around and say what a gay man is allowed to be.
What? No.
So you're saying if you're not a woman, then you shouldn't have an opinion?
Where does a guy get a right to say what a woman is?
But what is a woman?
Women only know what women are.
But what is the
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is?
Oh God, it's painful. No, only a cat can tell you what a cat is.
This is actually a genuine mistake. I am sorry I even came up with
You want to tell us what a woman is?
Oh, fuck, that's crazy. Anyway, so the point is, this is a question that every time this question gets asked to, political figures, they literally, instant stun lock, which is kind of insane, honestly. So anyway, apparently one of the reporters that in this Trump Q&A moment, they asked Trump this question, and apparently Trump gave a crazy answer. I didn't see it yet, but I am very excited. So lock in, boys and girl. I am very ready to see Trump get asked questions by the press. This is one of those tard detector questions.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions, please?
All right. Mr. President. All right, baby. I love when he answers reporters' questions. It's great on a transparent level, and even more than that, peak comedy and cinema hath been achieved.
Canada's Prime Minister says that they will be implementing retaliatory tariffs. You said if that were to happen, that you would be responding with large-scale tariffs. Will you be following through with that promise?
Well, absolutely, but...
Based! Retaliatory tariffs are awesome. Fuck anyone that thinks that they're not. Oh my God, I can't believe Trump is tanking his reputation with Canada. Fuck you, you're a retard. All right, if he is tanking the question... If he is tanking the relationship with Canada because of retaliatory tariffs, that is a Canada problem. Someone in my chat just sent me this. Apparently they asked a senator to define a woman, and they couldn't. Nah, ain't no way, dude. Nah, dude.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Oh, no, dude, no.
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
This is the Supreme Court nominee. These are the Supreme Court people. These are the people that are canceling Trump's deportations. No!
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
The meaning of the word.
I am not a biologist? Oh, Lord. Can you define retard? Well, only a retard could define retard. Exactly. That is why I'm asking you.
The word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition.
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the law and I decide.
Well,
so I'm not.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the.
Oh my God, she's on the Supreme Court? Holy fuck, dude. Oh my God. I wonder why the Democrats lost the election.
Kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't know if I saw that clip. That is insanity. Oh, Lord. Thanks, chat. You gave me a banger, that one. That is a Supreme Court justice. Holy shit, it's crazy. What kind of world do we even live in?
We had a very good conversation. Mark called me today at 10 o'clock. We put out a statement. We had a very, very good talk. He's going through an election now, and we'll see what happens. But we have Liberation Day, as you know, on April 2nd, because, and I'm not referring to Canada, but many countries have taken advantage of us, the likes of which nobody even thought was possible for many, many decades,
Yeah, it's insane. Whenever I hear people discuss the tariffs, I really feel like I'm looking at retarded children throwing mud at each other. That's literally online discourse in regards to the tariffs. Like, literally. That's how it feels. That is literally how it feels. You're a fourth-rate retard with a fifth-rate tweet. For real, for real. It's insanity.
And
Biden admitted that she's there because she's black in his own words. Send me that clip or I'm not believing it. That is fucked up. No way he admitted to a Supreme Court DEI hire.
you know, that has to stop. We're going to end up with a very good relationship with Canada and a lot of the other countries. Some we probably won't. It won't be so pleasant. But I think most countries are agreeing with me. They actually, many of them have actually apologized. They said, look, we have taken advantage. And
well, I'm pretty sure that's a fact. Vietnam dropped their tariffs against the United States. Because it turns out that they didn't want to deal with the reciprocal tariffs. I personally think this is 100% fair. I think anyone that's arguing against this has their head up their ass and is on the wrong side of social media. Like, I really think that it's unbelievably retarded that people are losing their shit about all this. I think 100% reciprocal tariffs are not only justified, but I think that they are super important to show the world that America is not going to be the world's piggy bank forever. And anyone that disagrees with this fact is arguing from a place of emotional bullshit and not actually arguing from a place of logic.
I don't blame them as much as I blame the people that stood, in this case I can say the men, because so far they've been all men, haven't they? But the men that sat right there and behind the Resolute desk, mostly the Resolute desk.
All right, he's shitting on Biden.
You know.
Mostly men because Kamala Harris was a puppet master or some shit.
I don't know if you know, you have a choice of 7 desks. The Resolute is the one I like, but some chose other ones. But they sat right behind a desk right in this location, and they let our country be hurt very badly. But I didn't do that. But we had a very good talk, the Prime Minister and myself, and I think things are going to work out very well between Canada and the United States. Yeah, please go ahead.
Honestly, I think all of these things, everyone keeps saying, because right now Canada is kind of flailing their arms a little bit. They're flailing their arms and being like, blah, 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 Trump is treating us badly. Blah, 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 we had an 100-year alliance. And honestly, coming from a Canadian, it's a little retarded. Calm the fuck down and buckle your vaginas, Canadians. All right, calm the fuck down, guys. They are reciprocal tariffs. Everything that Canada is tariffing America, America is tariffing Canada. If you want free trade means equal on both sides. I think this makes literally 100% sense. I absolutely hate this shit. Now, Canada obviously doesn't want that to happen. So Canada is standing there, you know, giving the middle finger to Trump, saying that our alliance with Trump is over. It's literally over. It's done. And they did like that whole thing. Carney gave a whole speech. It's in my recent video talking about the Democrats are 170% fucked. One of truly YouTube's favorite franchises on all of the internet. How fucked are the Democrats? Glorious franchise, truly created by a true mastermind. Definitely check out 170% fucked. Canada had this entire little retard meltdown saying that we're gonna make your lives hell, Americans, and stuff like that. You've ended our relationship. And the funny thing is, it's literally all bark, no bite. That is literally it. All bark, zero bite. Because realistically, they know that it's fucking fair that the United States puts reciprocal tariffs. They obviously just don't want to deal with that, so they're gonna try to rile up their people to make Trump look evil. Chat sent me the clip of Biden.
Today, Justice Breyer announces his intention to step down from active service after 4 decades. 4 decades on the federal bench and 28 years on the United States Supreme Court. His legacy includes his work as a leading scholar and jurist in administrative law, bringing his brilliance to bear to make government run more efficiently and effectively. It includes his stature as a beacon of wisdom on our Constitution and what it means. And through it all, Justice Breyer has worked tirelessly to give faith to the notion that the law exists to help the people. I've made no decision except one. The person I will nominate will be someone with extraordinary qualifications, character, experience, and integrity. And that person will be the first black woman ever nominated to the United States Supreme Court.
No, why would you say that? No! Oh my God, oh fuck, man. Yeah, she'll always be remembered as the DEI hire, for real, it's over. You don't take someone and be like, congratulations, you're a judge now, you're also black, that's awesome. Like, dude, why would you do that? Oh my God, dude, holy shit, it's so pathetic.
Mr. President, how is the talks with India on tariff going on, and what is the expectations from India? How much do you want them?
Well, as you know, Prime Minister Modi was here just recently, and we've always been very good friends. India is one of the highest tariff nations in the world, you know that. I know, thank you for shaking your head, but it's brutal. It's brutal. They're very smart, and he's a very smart man and a great friend of mine, actually. And we had very good talks. I think it's going to work out very well between India and our country.
All right.
Very, very well. And I want to say you have a great prime minister.
Hey, that's nice.
There's been a very serious earthquake in Burma.
Yeah.
Serious earthquake. It was like a 7.7 earthquake.
Today with up to several hundred killed.
Yeah.
I always wonder why people do this, like to ask Trump these questions. Like, I always wonder, like, what's Trump supposed to say? Damn it, earthquake, we're gonna hire Yujiro Hanma to smack the ground. Like, what?
The military regime there has asked for help from anybody.
Yeah, we're going to be helping. We've already alerted the people. Yeah, it's terrible what's happened. It's helping. We've already spoken with the country. Okay, please.
Mr. President, yesterday you asked Representative Stefanik to stay in her seat. Can you explain your reason for that? Did it have anything to do with the tight polling in the Florida district that former Representative Waltz held?
I think we're doing, I think we had, as you know, we have a few elections going on, and she is phenomenal, number one. She is a friend of mine, and she was going to go to the United Nations.
God, dude, holy shit, man, it's crazy. He's stacked, the whole government's going to be stacked with Republicans. Oh my God. You know, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. All 7 swing states, majority vote. The Democrats, they keep supporting terrorists. I don't understand. I keep trying to deport the terrorists. The Democrats come, and they're like, no, we actually love the terrorists. We have a constitution after all. They're crazy. I don't understand.
And I said, look, there's a lot of room for doing that or something else, but she's very popular in her district, and I didn't want to take a chance.
Is that Trump supporting a woman? I thought he was going to remove women's rights. That's what TikTok told me.
I don't even know who else is running. I assume somebody else would have been running, but...
Okay, the best choice. It's her. She's the best choice. Is anyone else running? I don't even know. I don't care. Probably. Fuck him. Grab him by the pussy. The women in the Republicans have bigger penises than any man in the Democrats.
If she runs, she can't be, you never want to say can't be beaten, but I think can't be beaten. She's very, very...
Invincible, literally unstoppable. She's half Viltrumite. She's gonna be crazy.
Well-liked and very smart. And I said, Lise, would you do me a favor? We cannot take a chance. We have a slim margin. We don't want to take any chances. We don't want to experiment. And she polls like I do. I won her district, as you know, by a lot of points. And she also does very well there. When it comes to Florida, you have 2 races, and they seem to be good. It's a Trump plus 32 area. The one thing is they're spending like $12 million, and our candidate doesn't have that kind of money, spending much less than that, like maybe 1/12.
Oh my God, that's crazy. For some reason, they have infinite money glitches. I don't know. They claim we're an oligarchy. Every time I turn on Twitter and I see Bernie Sanders out there. Bernie Sanders ranting and raving. It's an oligarchy. It's unbelievable. Trump has an oligarchy of billionaires trying to fund this fucking bullshit. I don't understand how this is happening. Pay no attention to the list of billionaires exclusively contributing to the Democratic Party, like George Soros, Michael Bloomberg, Reid Hoffman, Trent Jordan Weiss, Tom Snyder, Sam Bankman-Fried, J.B. Pritzker, Mark Benioff, Neil Blum, Mark Cuban, Lorraine Powell Jobs, Bill Gates. There's 3 billionaires supporting Trump, and we should focus on that a lot more. I don't understand. Crazy how that happened, huh?
About $1 million, a little bit more than $1 million. So the airwaves are blanketed, and you never know what happens in a case like that. I won it by 32 points, and it's very, very strong. It used to be Democrat, but
we won all 7 swing states. We are making swing states swing so hard, they are no longer even going to be known as swing states.
When I came along, they liked me for whatever reason. You'll have to explain that, but they liked me, and we're way up. But you don't know what happened. Second district.
Come on, Fox News. What are you doing with this shit?
Who seems to be in pretty good shape, but likewise, he's being outspent about 5-1. So we don't want to take any chances. So I went to Elise and I said, Elise, do you mind? Very highly rated person, you know, she was a real leader, and she will be again. I spoke with Mike Johnson. They're going to put her in a high leadership position. But will you mind staying in Congress? Because we don't want to take any chances. And it's as simple as that. It's basic politics. It's politics 101. She's very popular. She's going to win. And
politics 101. Put in a popular candidate that will win. Well said, Mr. Trump. You're cooking.
Somebody else will probably win, too, because we did very well there. I did very well there, but...
anyone could do it. She's pretty good, but anyone would win. They love me so much. I'm invincible. Cryo Trump. Every 4 years, 2028, Cryo Trump.
The word probably is no good. So I really appreciate her doing it. She's doing me a big favor when she does it, because she was all set to go to the United Nations, and she would have dealt with Putin and Zelenskyy and everybody else, and she would have been very effective. But
yeah, apparently she was amazing in the United Nations. I don't know much about what she did there personally, so take this with a grain of salt, but apparently she was fantastic in the United Nations, and he's pulling her back to win a district in Florida or something. And I respect the grind. I respect the grind. Ultimately, the number one goal for America is America, and I firmly stand behind that. I think that's what every country should be focused on.
We really don't want to take any chances because it is tight.
Mr. President,
go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. You and your team apprehended a top 3 leader in the violent gang MS-13.
True. A lot of people don't know this. I think that's an Ecuador gang. Is it Ecuador? No, it's an El Salvador gang. MS-13, one of the leaders of this terrorist organization that was illegally in the country, that somehow, for some reason, Biden couldn't do anything about him. He was just wandering around murdering people, and Biden let him get away with that shit. But Trump got him. He's cooked. He's gone. That's an actual real question. So rare to get real questions. I'm surprised they didn't say, Trump, there were leaks in the Signal app. Trump, what about DOGE? It's unconstitutional. Elon's not an elected official.
Yesterday, just 30 minutes outside of Washington, D.C., what has made you and your team so effective in finding, locating, apprehending, and deporting these violent, illegal migrants?
I love this guy. I wish more people would ask questions like that.
Do you see the sigh of relief he gives when he asks a question that's not specifically designed to tear him down? Oh my God, it's like, holy shit. Unbelievable. Finally, someone asks me a normal question, like, why are you so effective? I mean, you know what his answer is going to be, like, we let cops arrest criminals? Like, you know that's literally the response. We let our cops actually arrest criminals instead of support them. For some reason, Democrats, 170% cooked, by the way, according to my gaydar. The Democrats, they're on the side of the criminals right now. It's not looking good for them.
Thank you. That's very nice. I appreciate it. And they have been. All you're doing is being fair with you when you ask a question in that way. Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and all of the rest of law enforcement, and I think we have to include ICE and Border Patrol, Paul of Border Patrol, the whole group from Border Patrol. They're so incredible, and it's, dangerous stuff, hard stuff. And it's really an unforced error because these people were allowed into this country. They shouldn't have been in this country. They would have never been in this country. We're getting rid of some of the worst criminals in the world. They came out of jails and mental institutions from all over the world.
All 7 swing states.
But
the war would have never started if I was president.
Pam and the whole group, and Kash, who's here, and it's so good to have him. I see him all over. He's working 24 hours a day, but the job they've done is incredible. And
Welcome to the Ice Age of America. It's a golden age for Americans, but an ice age for immigrants. I'm actually cooking right now. Trump. Anyone on Trump's team, you can steal that if you want. I don't mind. That's actually kind of fire.
They caught one of the worst criminals in the world, I guess.
Yeah, this is a terrorist. This is a guy that's an actual terrorist that they caught and that they're getting rid of, and everyone is safer for it fuck this bastard and all the people that support him. Like, I don't understand why we live in an age where for some reason you have people sitting there in politics discussions and they're being like, Murgle, blurgle, flurgle, support the terrorists, flurgle, florgle. Like, what is even going on? How do you lose the plot that badly?
In terms of evilness, you don't get any worse than the MS-13 guys and the Tren de Aragua guys. It's you could flip a coin. It's a rough group. And, you know, the big thing is they have to be able to do their job. I was watching it on television like you, and I saw the home that he lived in a good area, but boy, they had a lot of weaponry in there, right? Highly sophisticated, really brutal stuff. So I appreciate the question, and I just want to thank Cash and Pam and the whole group for doing it, and the local law enforcement who's been so terrific. Even first responders. So I want to thank everybody and thank you very much.
Mr. President, I wanted to say, first of all, happy Women's Month. You do so much.
Is the question coming? Is the question coming? I'm going to show you how I respond to this question.
For women, first of all, keeping men out of women's sports, and you platform so many.
That was an easy one.
True. Anyone that is against the fucking transgender ban in women's sports is another one of those retards. Dude, you don't understand. There's like a professional level of retards that we're noticing in the United States right now. And we're finding them all. They're literally all showing up. They're showing up. It is an easy one. Yes, people that have biological advantages should not be fucking brutalizing the other sex.
You platform so many great women, like your chief of staff, Susie Wiles. You also have Karoline Leavitt doing a great job as press secretary. Now Alina will be joining as well. Since Democrats seem to struggle answering this question, I wanted to ask you, what is a woman, and why is it important that we understand the difference between men and women?
I cannot believe they actually asked the president of the United States what is a woman. That's fucking awesome. Holy shit.
Sort of easy to answer for me because...
Yeah, it's pretty easy to answer for everyone. It's them titties, ain't it?
As a woman is...
That's what he's thinking.
Somebody that can have a baby under certain circumstances.
Yeah, the circumstances is cum in her vagina or some shit. Damn, he really made it pretty... He made it seem like it's a pretty easy question. That's crazy. Seems like a pretty easy question.
She has a quality. A woman is a person who's much smarter than a man, I've always found.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
A woman is a person that doesn't give a man even a chance of success. And a woman's a person that in many cases has been treated very badly, because I think that what happens with this crazy issue of men being able to play in women's sports is just ridiculous and very unfair to women and very demeaning to women. And that's got to be about a 94%. I read today it was a 94% issue. And I watched the other day.
94% of people think that transgender people should not be in women's sports. I think that's a fair statistic. It's retarded. It's actually retarded.
Hey, I watched Congressman, a Democrat congressman, fighting for the fact that men should be allowed to compete essentially in women's sports. And I say, I hope they keep that going, because they'll never win another election. That's a big deal. But
True. It literally goes to show how much they lost the plot. Whenever they fight for something that's completely indefensible, like trans people in women's sports, it's always so shocking. Like, it's so shocking to see them literally shoot their entire future. Like, they are literally shooting their future. It's wild to see it in real time.
Women are basically incredible people, do so much for our country, and we love our women, and we're going to take care of our women.
Damn. What is a woman, Mr. President? A woman is much smarter than a man. Stops any chance of success. See, I actually got someone asked me this question also. They tried to get me with a gotcha. They asked me this question, not online. This was a real life story, real life Nux story. Someone asked me, "Hey Nux, what is a woman?" I pulled out my phone and I showed them this video. Yeah, this is a scream therapy that a bunch of women did. They went into the forest. They did scream therapy after when Trump got elected. This was the response to Trump getting elected. So yeah, basically they asked me, hey, what is a woman? I took out my phone, I showed them this video, I turned around and walked away. It was one of the greatest power moves of my entire life. I will forever be so glad to be put on this earth. God made me for this moment. Every once in a while, I do something so comedically perfect that it just makes me so grateful. to be one of God's creations. For real, for real. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Definitely subscribe for more apt analysis.
Yeah. What was your reason for pardoning Trevor Milton?
Highly recommended by many people, that was taken advantage of. He did a business deal like in Utah, as I have it, and I think he was exonerated, and then they brought him into New York.
Oh my God, Trump actually knows the people that he pardons? That's crazy. I'm so used to presidents not knowing who they pardon. Biden.
We had a
You probably couldn't hear who I was referring to because I coughed.
rough road. I mean, he was exonerated. It was a big celebration. Again, I don't know him, but I was. They say it was very unfair, and they say the thing that he did wrong was he was one of the first people that supported a gentleman named Donald Trump for president. He supported Trump. He liked Trump. I didn't know him, but he liked him. It was in Utah.
I don't know who this guy is. He came in, he was like, wow, Trump is so great. I love that man. He's amazing. I didn't say it, he did.
And they went after him. They went after his family. They
Again, I don't know anything about this guy, so I have no opinion.
went after his businesses. And he was, I believe, exonerated. And then they went after him again, and they brought him this time into Manhattan. And he had nothing to do with Manhattan. And they got him. And I said, that's unfair. There are many people like that. They support Trump, and they went after him. You don't realize this is a vicious group of people that were in this office before us. This is a...
He's right. He's just right. And honestly, there was no one even to take accountability for it. Like, I think that's the scariest part. The scariest part is there was a vicious group of people. A vicious group of people that let the border stay open, sacrificing American children to bring in illegal immigrants that could vote without voter ID, that could vote to keep them in this ruthless attempt to steal a fucking country. And the scariest part is you don't even know who did it. There isn't even accountability because you have no idea who did it. Isn't that insane? It wasn't fucking Biden. Biden was a Muppet. We have no idea who was running the country for the last 4 years. And they yell at that Elon is an unelected official. Elon wasn't elected. Meanwhile, you have no idea who fucking ran the country for 4 years. I would say make it make sense, but don't even try. It won't make sense. It's what they call retardation Olympics.
Vicious group. They're violent. What they were doing to people, and you could go story after hundreds and even thousands of stories. And they went after this man. And when I heard about it, I said, nope, not going to happen. They destroyed 5 years of his life. He fought for 5 years of his life, and he did nothing wrong. And he's a good person. And basically, I had these fantastic recommendations about him from people that you know very well, all top-of-the-line people. They thought it was a horrible thing. There are many such cases, by the way, many such cases.
I love it says that he knows he's saying memes. He knows he's saying the meme, the many such cases meme. Dude, a lot of people don't know this, but he actually is the one that invented this meme, like many years ago. Like, a lot of people don't realize that this was an actual Trump meme from forever ago. I don't even know if I can find this fucking shit. It's crazy. No one even knows this. Like, healthy young child goes to doctor, gets pumped with a massive shot of many vaccines, doesn't feel good, and changes. Autism. Many such cases. This is a Trump tweet from 2014. Like, that's fucking crazy. That became like a lot of people don't know that this invented the many such cases meme. It's one of the funniest shit in the world. A lot of people don't actually know that, but it's really funny. Like, goddamn. I love saying many such cases because everyone looks at me like I'm like a crazy racist, and it makes it very fun. I'm very excited for when the Nux reporter gets invited to one of these press conferences and asks Donald Trump what he thinks about my idea for illegal immigrant Hunger Games, where we get like 100 illegal immigrants in a forest, and they have to fight, and whoever wins gets deported. I want someone to ask Trump this question. All right, so anyone that actually goes into the White House, I'm sure that some White House correspondents are watching my videos. I have to say, guys, ask him this question. It'll be crazy.
Please
go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Have you spoken with Vladimir Putin about buying weapons from Iran and from North Korea?
Not about specifically that, no, I haven't.
Well, that seems to be an issue that you want to make important is...
Well, I'm making all issues important. You got a lot of important issues. You also have the children issue that's important, you know? It's a lot of...
Yeah, I love when you have reporters telling the President of the United States of America, what's actually important, what he should be actually focusing on. Like some random bumfuck reporter knows what's important more than Trump.
Children are living in Russia right now. That's a horrible situation that would have never taken place if
War would have never started if I was president. I don't know why Fox News' broadcast keeps fucking up like this.
And the country is being decimated. But, you know, they're losing 2,500 on average young men, mostly men, almost in all cases men, actually, but young men every single week, 2,500. And they're not from our country. They're from Ukraine and they're from Russia. But it's human lives, and if we can get it stopped, and I think we're making progress. But there's a lot of ill will between the parties.
Should Americans buy cars now if they want to avoid higher prices? And then just to follow
No, I don't think so. I think you're going to have a country that's going to boom. I just spoke to Tim Cook of Apple. He's investing $500 billion in the United States, which he would have never, he told me.
He would have never done if not for the tariffs. Tariffs, my favorite word in the English language. All 7 swing states.
I would never have done it if you lost the election, and I would have never done it if there wasn't a tariff system that is a incentive for people to come. And remember, there are no tariffs. All you have to do is do your work right here. If you have your company here...
Yeah, it's unbelievable how much this actually incentivizes companies to work in the United States. Like, tariffs, they work. Like, whatever you want to say. They're mean. Maybe they're mean, but they fucking work. And I'd rather something that works than something be not mean. All right, we got to crush this whole idea of being mean. Get it out of your system, all right? The president's job is not being nice. It's about helping fucking Americans. Like, I really hate this shit. But Canada's sad now. Well, go suck a fuck.
If you build your product, make your car, or whatever it is you're making, no tariffs. And we're going to have, I think, Scott, I would say we're close to $4 trillion, even going close to $5 trillion. Now, we haven't had that for years. If you add up years, they haven't invested like that. And here we are in 2 months. We think we're up to close to $5 trillion of investment. They're going to build car plants. They're already building. Many of them have already started. And
I mean, one of my favorite tariff investments is, did you see this? Which was covered, by the way, in the critically acclaimed Democrats are 170% fuck video. Canada is paying for billboards in swing states saying, you pay your own tariffs! Trump bad! Canada has been investing in fucking billboards in Florida. Like, that's the funniest shit in the world. Like, for real. Come on, dude. Unbelievable cope.
And if you build a car in the...
By the way, I am Canadian. I get some people, Nux, why are you being mean to Canada? It's called tough love. Wake the fuck up, all right? It's reciprocal tariffs. Stop being a bitch.
United States. And one thing that I just spoke with John Thune about, I just spoke to Mike Johnson about, Speaker. We're going to do something that has never been done in this country before. I'm very proud to say it was my idea. And so sometimes a simple idea, they say, how'd you think of that one? It's so simple. It was never...
How'd you think of that? What do you mean transgender people shouldn't be beating up women in sports? That's insanity. How did you even come up with something so unremarkably insane?
But done. If you buy a car in the United States that's made in the United States, if it's manufactured here, when you borrow money, if you borrow money, you have interest payments. We're going to let you deduct the interest payment for income tax reasons. And
that's huge. That is unbelievable incentive to fund American companies. And it's literally just a net win. Wait, hold up. That's monumental. First of all, yes, it makes an incredible amount of sense. But second of all, oh my God, that's massive. If you buy something from an American company, you could get a discount. That's not increasing the prices of other car companies. It's not taxing the citizens extra. It's literally just giving you a tax write-off when you fund American companies. That is unbelievable. Holy shit. Why isn't Bernie Sanders talking about this? Every day, Bernie Sanders, they're targeting Social Security. All the poor 360-year-old dead people that voted for Biden are not getting Social Security anymore because of the oligarchy. Why isn't he talking about the fact that you can get tax deductions if you support American businesses? Oh, it's because he's selectively outraged about random bullshit. Oh, because he's only upset at Trump's oligarchs, not his own oligarchs. Oh, I have no idea what that means. It sounds based. It means you could pay less taxes when you pay for things that are American made, incentivizing people to pay for American things. and helping American companies.
I think that's going to more than pay for itself. I think people are going to be, they've never had a deduction. You know, deductions are supposed to be for like rich people, and it's unfair to have that. But rich people are, I think I know more about deductions than any human being on earth.
Fair enough. No one knows business like this guy. This is a huge brain move. Holy shit.
But, you know, the truth is that people that are middle-income people that buy a car and actually have to borrow money, they're going to now get an interest deduction on their car.
That is incredible. And by the way, a lot of people don't know this because the leftist media literally is lying about this all the time. According to every single economist that actually studied Trump's tax cuts, it is the most beneficial for the middle class, not the upper class. A lot of people don't know this because the media keeps talking about how it's just tax cuts for rich people. Trump's policies impact the middle class the most in all of America. So take that as you will. That's another one of those fake news bullshits that a lot of people keep running around with. It's just important to note.
If it's made in the United States, if it's
somehow the Republican Party under Trump became the party fighting for the people, and the Democrat Party is the party fighting for the elites. I don't know how this flipped somehow, but realistically, they're cooked. 170% cooked.
It's made someplace else, that won't take place. But car companies, as you know, are already expanding and building new plants. They've already started. And I think you're going to see numbers. Howard, you're seeing it. And Scott, you're seeing it. You're going to see numbers the likes of which you've never seen before. Yeah, please go ahead.
The vice president is in Greenland right now.
Ooh, I wanted to actually watch that. Let me know if you want me to cover his Greenland shit, because that's crazy.
Do you have plans to expand U.S. military presence in Greenland? Is that...
We get along very well with Greenland. We get along very well with Denmark. We've always had a good relationship.
We like them. They like us. We're stealing their land illegally. We are legally stealing their shit. We're buying it, but we're stealing it. It's gonna be great. Military force might be used, but might not. This is what they call a mind game. Bro just says shit, and everyone's scared. It's the funniest thing in the world. Oh no, but he's weakening our relationship. All right, chill the fuck out, guys. All right. Chill out, all right? Weakening our relationship.
Denmark does a lot of business in the United States. We don't do so much there, but they...
Dude, it's such a, like, veiled threat. It's hilarious. U.S. bought Alaska from Russia? Yeah, I know. Look, he might buy Greenland. It would be very funny. And everyone freaks out. Oh, my God, he's threatening Denmark. And...
do a lot of business in the United States, and I think they want to see, I think everybody wants to see that work out. We need Greenland, very importantly.
We need Greenland, whether they like it or not. Hopefully they like it. We'll pay for it, whether they like it or not. Oh my God, it's fucking crazy. Lord, whatever happens, the chaos is gonna be good and the content is gonna be great. Thank you, President Trump, for this content.
For international security, we have to have Greenland. It's not a question of, do you think we can do without it? We can't. God. If you look at Greenland right now, if you look at the waterways, you have Chinese and Russian ships all over the place. And we're not going to be able to do that. We're not relying on Denmark or anybody else to take care of that situation. And we're not talking about peace for the United States. We're talking...
We will be renaming Greenland as Orange Land. Whether you like it or not, it's happening.
We're talking about world peace. We're talking about international security. And right now, you look at it, you have warships all over the place going through right along Greenland. We're not going to let that happen. We can.
It's so funny when I hear people arguing about this Greenland shtick. Like, for me, it's always so hilarious because the major talking point on the left is, not your land. Why would you even make an offer? Trump bad. Like, it always makes me laugh, personally. It's like people really have no actual conversation abilities.
Not let that happen. Or if it's going to happen, we have to be protective of our country. And more important, really protection not only of our country, of the world. So Greenland is very important. In modern day weaponry makes Greenland 100 years ago, less so. But also,
would you like to visit Greenland?
If you notice, also some of those, you could call them roadways, okay? They're water roadways, but some of those areas are opening up, and they're opening up icebreakers out there. They're opening them, and by just nature, they're opening them, and they're headed right into China, right into Russia, and we have no choice. The answer is he's there with his wonderful wife, Usha. there right now. They landed a couple of hours ago. And
it's kind of crazy to see the vice president actually do shit. Have any vice presidents ever done things in the past? Like, I don't remember vice presidents doing nothing.
They will represent us well, but Greenland's very important for the peace of the world, not us, the peace of the entire world. And I think Denmark understands it. I think the European
Yeah, I don't think Denmark's too happy about it personally.
Union understands it.
Yeah, I don't think the European Union is too happy about that either.
And if they don't, we're going to have to explain it to them.
What does that mean? I challenge you to a Beyblade tournament, Denmark. Prepare to suck your own fuck. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Denmark's not happy at all. But anywho, we'll see how this plays out. And I will be here to make content whatever happens. If Greenland does become part of America, damn, that would be the funniest fucking shit in the world. Schrodinger's asshole. I am taking Greenland, but only I was kidding, or was I? Oh my! I mean, we thought he was kidding about the Gulf of America.
Visit Greenland, Mr. Attacking Ukraine every day.
Let's say
Iranian drones are attacking and killing Ukrainians every day. Why aren't you doing something about that?
Well, we're gonna.
Why aren't you doing something about that? Thank you, reporter. Very cool. Thank you for asking the question in an unbiased fashion.
Let's see what happens with that. I'm getting reports on that, and we're looking at a report. You're right. They make a lot of drones. Iran makes a lot of drones. They make very effective drones, too. They do very effectively at some things, but Iran is very high on my list of things to watch. And as you probably...
Yeah, and don't worry, because Hassan Piker will be out there to defend Iran as much as he can.
No, I sent them a letter just recently.
Oh.
And I said, you're going to have to make a decision one way or the other. And we're going to either have to talk it out, or very bad things are going to happen to Iran. And I don't want that to happen.
Shout out to all the retards that say, oh yeah, the only reason why Trump is dealing with Iran is because of Israel. Yeah, no, America's dealing with Iran because Iran is fucking terrorizing the world. And this is crazy shit. I don't know, man. Like, first of all, the reporters were absolute assholes this time.
Big preference, and I don't say this through strength or weakness. My big preference is we work it out with Iran. But if we don't work it out, bad things are going to happen to Iran. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, that was a really good question answer. Holy shit. I wonder what's going to end up happening with Iran. As long as Iran does not get nukes. Holy fuck, man. And for some reason, for some unbelievably insane reason, the fucking cuckoo psycho far left people are like, oh, why would you stop Iran from getting nuclear weapons? Unbelievable insanity. It's insane. I feel like Trump, like, he mastered the 80-20 issue. He mastered it. The fact that they argue about trans people, about Iran with nuclear weapons, like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how they literally shoot themselves in the ass at every given opportunity. Insane. And yeah, honestly, I leave you this question. Let me know in the comment sections below, what is a woman? Only please leave your most creative answers possible. As someone that respects women immensely, I'm sure that the comment section will not at all be unhinged. Subscribe for future shenanigans and chaos, and I will see you in the next one, gamers. Hell yeah, dude. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.